Well, to start off with, we have the shoes, otherwise known as the boats.
Trousers, skirts, shirts.
My shirt and my tie.
Then you would have to have a few cardigans or jumpers.
PE kit.
My trousers, or sometimes I'll wear tights and a skirt or a pinafore.
Tie, your underwear.
And then we have our amazing blazers.
There's a number of items that are often included in a school uniform policy, and so what we have tried to do is reduce the cost of those individual items and the financial impact of having to purchase them.
We started this about 2 years ago, and it's been very successful up to now. So what we do is we encourage parents to recycle uniforms as their children get bigger or leave the school.
Through the year, we request that parents that have good quality uniform but that they don't need anymore, that they give it to us. We refurbish it, we ensure that it's in good condition, it's all checked and laundered, and then in the summer in particular, a couple of weeks before coming back to school, we put out a lot of advertising to say, please do not stress about the last few items that you might not have yet, and don't go to the shops to buy brand new, be environmentally friendly and come in and get it for £1 per item. So that's been a big part of what we've done. We also believe that these additional initiatives are really important, but so too is the policy, the starting point, because a lot of families will read the policy, will take it very seriously, and ultimately could feel quite concerned about how am I going to afford that. So we're very clear when we looked at our uniform policy to make it explicit that there is no need for branded items, for bespoke items. If you wish to wear the school tie, then you can wear it, but you could wear a plain white polo shirt, and that would be 100% in line with our uniform. And some pupils wear a polo shirt, some wear a shirt and tie, and they're all wearing the uniform. And that's really important to us, that it's accessible and that it isn't an additional barrier.
Well, I think it actually does promote a sense of equality, like such as the blazers, because we can all get them for quite cheap, and it does really bring us all together because we're all wearing the same stuff and we're all looking smart together, and it does put a good image on the school as well.
Yeah, it means that the people who can't maybe afford, like if you were to wear your own clothes, people who can't afford designer things wouldn't be penalised because they don't have those sort of things, whereas everyone's the same if they wear the uniform.
So the main change that we made was the introduction of a senior school blazer, and a number of our senior pupils had said that they wanted to have a really smart blazer that allowed them to represent the school really well. And when we were considering that, we had to then consider the cost, and a way to do that would actually help us to achieve equity rather than increase barriers. So when we considered it as a school community, we decided to do something quite creative, and that was to say that we would introduce a new blazer, but that it would be for hire. Predominantly, we would expect our pupils to hire it rather than buy it. And the vast majority of our senior pupils hire a blazer. They keep their own blazer for 2 years, and it only costs a total of £5. They give us a £10 deposit, they get £5 back. And the main reason we decided to do that was through the request from pupils to enhance our uniform, but at the same time to ensure fairness.
I'm wearing a hired blazer. I just thought it was a better opportunity because rather than paying for a full blazer and then I'm going to leave school and not use it again. So I went and filled out a form, hired the blazer, fitted for a size. Like the people who give us the blazers came in, fitted us, and that was it. Just got handed it.
I'm also wearing a higher blazer. I did think it was more practical because it's better for the environment instead of just making loads and loads of blazers that people just can't afford because they're really expensive. And so it's just a lot more practical just to hire them.
Certainly at the council meetings, there's lots of parents on the council, and the feedback from them has been very positive. And they themselves have been they're in contact with lots of other parents when they come to pick their children up, and it's word of mouth as well. And they've come back again a second year to use the service because it was so successful the first time that they used it.
Almost 100% of our pupils, if not 100%, have blazers, and I would say about 95% of those blazers are hired. The vast majority are hired. We really promote it. we say to our pupils, really, why would you want to purchase a blazer when you're just going to have it sitting in a cupboard for 20 years or so if you want to keep it, when in actual fact you could help the environment, help your pocket, and still feel that pride of having a lovely school blazer, and therefore the uptake has been excellent.